Welcome to Voiceless Unboxing. Today, we are replacing the power steering pump, Serpentine Belt Drive Component Kit, and the alternator. These are the tools you'll need: 2 jack stands, ratchet, 10mm, extension, Phillips flathead screwdriver, impact wrench, Pittsburgh number 19 lug nut socket, gloves, four-sided tire iron, car jack. Before we do anything, we need to remove the battery for safety. Put on gloves, then use the car jack to lift the car and place one of the jack stands behind the wheel and use the tire iron or torque wrench to remove the lug nuts and wheel. Location where the jack stand arm goes. Make sure your handbrake is also up. Do the same on the passenger side. I'll put the wheel next to the jack stand just in case the jack fails. To get to the battery, we'll need to remove the wheel well liner with retainer clips. Use a ratchet with a 3/8 extension and 10mm socket to remove the positive and negative battery cables. To remove the negative cable, loosen the driver's side front bumper and use the extension with 10mm. Remove the battery hold-down bracket using a 13mm socket. Remove the bracket and battery. In this package, I have a new alternator, new Serpentine kit, new power steering pump, now we need to remove the old Serpentine kit. Use a 5/8 wrench with an extension to turn counterclockwise the tensioner pulley and remove the belt. Be careful of your fingers. Use a size 18 wrench to unscrew the power steering pump pipe. There will be liquid. Get a rag ready. Use tongue and groove joint pliers to move the clamp and remove the rubber pipe. Use a 12mm wrench to unbolt 7 bolts holding the power steering pump. 3 on the left side and 4 on the right side. To move the wires from the pump, use a hex screwdriver to remove the hex screw. Now move it out of the way. Let's continue. Also, try not to break this plastic part off. Brakes. Let's continue. After you're done removing the bolts, loosen the last piece. Just pull out the pump and put it to the side. The head of the new pump is not compatible with the OEM. Just switch the old pump head to the new pump head. Use a 10mm wrench to remove the bolt and swap the heads. To remove the alternator, you will need to remove a bolt. Unplug the connector. Remove the Serpentine Belt pulley. Remove the ground wire. Remove another bolt on the left side. Remove the AC compressor to fully remove the alternator. 3 bolts and a connector to remove. Now remove the alternator. Just reinstall the new alternator and do the same steps, but backwards. Now reinstall the new power steering pump. Reinstall the wiring with the hex screwdriver. To remove the Serpentine Belt Kit, you will need to use a 16mm wrench with an extension to turn counterclockwise and use a thick metal wire to hold the pulley in place. Make sure the wire is fully inside the hole. To remove the pulley, remove the bolts, holding it using a 13mm socket with extension. To remove the pulley, make sure the wheel is facing upward and the bolt holes facing out. To install the new pulley, face the wheel up. Use the same bolts you took out to reinstall the new pulley. Now to install the new pulley that goes under the power steering pump pulley. Use a 16mm socket. and the third pulley that goes beside the alternator. Use a 16mm socket. Install the serpentine belt. Start from the power steering pump and work down. The way the serpentine belt goes. Now we need to let the pulley go. Use a 5/8 wrench with an extension to turn. Counterclockwise the tensioner pulley and tighten the belt by taking out the metal bar. Since I broke the PCV valve, let's replace it with a new one. Let's continue. Also, try not to break this plastic part off. Remove the broken pieces. Screw the new PCV valve in first, then insert into hole. Tighten, but don't over-tighten. Power steering pump, alternator, and serpentine belt kit are replaced. Now, just release the tensioner pulley by removing the metal bar. The belt is now set. Time to put the battery back. First, put the negative battery cable and tighten. Then the positive battery cable and tighten. Now secure the battery bracket tightly. Put back the driver's side wheel well cover. Test and see if everything is working. Use the car jack to pick up the passenger side and put the wheel back on and tighten lug nuts. Always tighten your wheel lug nuts in a star formation. Either use a 4-tire iron or an impact wrench to tighten lug nuts. Put the wheel back on the driver's side also and tighten lug nuts. Raise the car with a car jack and remove the jack stands from both sides. Check the lug nuts tightness once tires are on the ground. You are now finished.